Ever walked into your bathroom, lifted the toilet lid, and instantly thought, wait, didn't I just clean this? That moment right there, that frustration, is exactly what we're fixing today. Because what if I told you it's not your cleaning skills that are the problem? It's something happening silently every single day right inside your toilet, something most people never even notice. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. But more importantly, once you fix it, your toilet can literally stay clean for weeks with almost zero scrubbing. Now, here's the part that's going to surprise you. Most people are cleaning their toilet completely wrong, not because they're lazy, but because no one ever showed them what actually causes that fast buildup. Those ugly rings, that dull yellow tint, that weird smell that creeps back just days later. They all come from a few hidden sources working together. And today, we're going to break every single one of them, one by one. But before we jump into the first fix, think about this. Have you ever noticed how the dirt always comes back in the same spot, almost like it's following a pattern? That's not random. That's your first clue. Let's start with the biggest hidden culprit, mineral buildup from hard water. This is the silent enemy that's constantly attacking your toilet bowl. Every time you flush, water filled with tiny invisible minerals coats the surface. At first, you don't see anything. Then slowly, a faint ring appears. Then it gets darker. Then suddenly, no matter how hard you scrub, it just won't go away. But here's the twist. Scrubbing harder actually makes it worse because you're roughing up the surface, giving those minerals more places to stick next time. So instead of fighting it, we're going to outsmart it. Here's the first simple hack that changes everything. Create a protective barrier inside your toilet bowl. And no, you don't need any expensive cleaner for this. All you need is something you probably already have at home. Pour a small amount of white vinegar into the bowl, but don't flush, let it sit. And here's the part most people skip. You need to let it work overnight, not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, overnight. Because what's happening during that time is powerful. The vinegar is slowly dissolving those mineral deposits at a microscopic level. It's loosening the grip they have on your toilet surface. And when you finally flush in the morning, you're not just cleaning, you're resetting the surface. Now imagine doing this once a week, not scrubbing every day, just this one simple step. Already, your toilet stays cleaner longer. But we're just getting started, because even if you remove the minerals, something else is still working against you, something you probably never thought about: bacteria buildup under the rim. Yes, under the rim. This is where things get interesting, because every time you flush, water shoots out from tiny holes under the rim, and over time, those holes get clogged with bacteria, grime, and mineral deposits. So instead of clean water rinsing your bowl, you're basically spraying dirty water back into it. Sounds crazy, right? But once you fix this, everything changes. Here's the trick. Take an old toothbrush or a small brush, dip it in vinegar or a mild cleaner, and scrub under the rim, slowly, carefully, reaching those hidden holes. And as you do this, you might notice something shocking: dark residue, hidden buildup, stuff that's been sitting there for weeks, maybe months. And the moment you clean it, your next flush will feel completely different, stronger, cleaner, more even. Now, pause for a second and think. If every flush is cleaner, your toilet stays cleaner automatically. That's the shift most people miss. But wait, because now we're going deeper. There's another reason your toilet gets dirty fast, and almost nobody talks about it: the water level inside your bowl. Look closely next time you flush. Does the water fully cover the ring area, or does it leave part of the bowl exposed? If your water level is too low, that exposed area becomes the perfect place for stains to form. It dries out faster, collects minerals faster, and becomes the first place dirt sticks to. And here's the fix that feels almost too simple. Adjust your toilet tank float. Yes, that little mechanism inside your tank controls how much water fills the bowl. By slightly increasing the water level, you reduce exposed areas, which means fewer stains, less buildup, and a cleaner look for longer. Now, here's where things get even more interesting, because we're about to combine everything into one powerful routine that takes less than 2 minutes. Imagine this. Once a week before bed, you pour vinegar into the bowl. Let it sit overnight. The next day, you give a quick under-the-rim clean, just a few seconds. And every time you flush, your water level is optimized. No daily scrubbing, no harsh chemicals, just a system that works quietly in the background. But we're not done yet, because there's one final hack that takes this to the next level, and almost nobody uses it. Drop-in cleaners? Forget them. They seem convenient, but they often damage your toilet parts over time and don't actually prevent buildup the right way. Instead, here's the smarter move. Use a natural, slow-release cleaning method. Take a small container or even a DIY pouch, fill it with baking soda and a few drops of essential oil. Place it near your toilet tank or discreetly in your bathroom. Now here's the magic. Every time moisture builds up, it activates the baking soda, helping neutralize odors and reduce bacterial growth in the air around your toilet. It's subtle but powerful. And suddenly, your bathroom doesn't just look clean, it feels fresh all the time. Now, let's connect everything we've talked about. Your toilet wasn't getting dirty fast because you weren't cleaning enough. It was getting dirty because minerals were building up silently. Dirty water was flushing from clogged rim holes. The water level wasn't protecting the surface, and bacteria were constantly reintroducing grime. But now you've flipped the system. Instead of reacting to dirt, you're preventing it. And here's the best part. Once you do this for a couple of weeks, you'll notice something almost unbelievable. You'll lift the lid expecting to see that usual ring, and it's just not there. That's the moment you realize this actually works. But I want you to stay with me because in the next part, I'm going to show you one unexpected mistake that almost everyone makes, even after doing everything right, that can instantly ruin all your effort without you realizing it.
Now, here's the mistake that almost nobody sees coming. And this is where even people who follow every cleaning tip still lose the battle without realizing it. It's not inside the bowl. It's not under the rim. It's not even in the water. It's something you use almost every single day, your toilet brush. Yes, the very tool you trust to clean your toilet could be the exact reason it keeps getting dirty so fast. Think about it for a second. Every time you scrub, where does all that bacteria go? It doesn't magically disappear. It stays trapped in the bristles. Then you place that brush back into its holder, damp, closed with no airflow, creating the perfect breeding ground for bacteria to multiply like crazy. And the next time you clean, you're not cleaning, you're reapplying layers of hidden grime right back into the bowl. Sounds uncomfortable, right? But this is exactly what's happening in most bathrooms. Now, here's how you flip this completely in your favor. Right after using your toilet brush, don't just shake it off and put it back. Instead, hold it under clean, flushing water for a few extra seconds. Let that fresh water rinse through the bristles properly. Then, and this is the part most people skip, trap the brush under the toilet seat and let it hang there for a minute or two so it can air dry. This one small habit changes everything because bacteria thrive in moisture, and the moment you remove that moisture, you break their growth cycle, and suddenly your brush becomes a tool that actually cleans, not contaminates. But wait, we're going even deeper now because there's another hidden layer to this problem that most people never even think about. Ever noticed tiny black or pinkish stains forming in your toilet, especially near the waterline or under the rim? Most people assume it's just dirt, but it's not. That's bacteria colonies, often caused by airborne moisture, poor ventilation, and residue sitting too long in a humid environment. Which means even if your bowl is technically clean, your bathroom environment might still be working against you behind the scenes. So here's the next simple but powerful upgrade. Improve airflow in your bathroom. It sounds basic, but it's one of the most overlooked hacks that has a massive impact. After showering, after using the toilet, or even just once a day, open a window or turn on an exhaust fan. Let fresh air move through the space, because the faster moisture leaves the room, the harder it becomes for bacteria to settle and grow. And when bacteria slows down, stains slow down, smells disappear, and your toilet stays cleaner without you even touching it.
Now, imagine combining this with everything we've already built so far. Your bowl is protected from minerals, your rim is clean and flowing properly, your water level is optimized, your brush is no longer spreading bacteria, and your bathroom environment is no longer feeding the problem. At this point, you're not just cleaning your toilet, you've created a system where dirt struggles to even exist. But don't relax just yet, because the next thing I'm about to show you is incredibly simple, takes less than 30 seconds, and has a shocking impact on how long your toilet stays spotless, and almost nobody talks about it. And now we arrive at the final piece of the puzzle, the one small habit that quietly ties everything together and determines whether your toilet stays clean for weeks or slips right back into that frustrating cycle again. This step is so simple that most people ignore it, but once you start doing it, you'll notice a difference almost immediately. Every single time you finish using the toilet, before you even think about walking away, just take 2 seconds to check the bowl and do a quick micro flush or targeted rinse if needed. That's it. No scrubbing, no chemicals, just awareness and a tiny action in the moment. Because here's what most people don't realize. Stains don't appear instantly. They build up in layers. And if you interrupt that process early, right when it starts, it never gets the chance to become a problem in the first place. It's like stopping a spark before it turns into a fire. Now think about how powerful that is when combined with everything you've already learned. Your toilet bowl isn't just clean, it's protected. Your flush isn't just working, it's optimized. Your cleaning tools aren't spreading bacteria, they're controlled. Your bathroom environment isn't feeding stains, it's preventing them. And this final habit, it's your daily shield that keeps everything in place without effort. But let's go even deeper for a moment, because there's one mindset shift that separates people who are constantly cleaning from people whose toilets just stay clean naturally. Most people clean reactively. They wait until they see the dirt, then they attack it. Scrub harder, use stronger chemicals, spend more time. But the truth is, by the time you see it, the problem has already been building for days, sometimes weeks. What you've done in this video is completely different. You've shifted from reacting to preventing. You're now controlling the cause, not chasing the result. And that's why this works so well. Now, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine waking up in the morning, walking into your bathroom, lifting the lid, and instead of that familiar ring, that dullness, that slight smell, you see a smooth, clean, almost shiny surface staring back at you. No effort, no stress, no "I need to clean this again," just clean, effortlessly, day after day. That's not luck, that's a system, your system. And here's something even more interesting. Once you start following these steps, you'll actually notice your cleaning routine shrinking. What used to take 10 to 15 minutes of scrubbing now takes less than 2 minutes of maintenance. What used to feel like a chore now feels automatic. And the best part? You'll stop dreading it completely because you're no longer fighting stubborn stains. You've eliminated the conditions that allow them to exist. Now, let's quickly lock everything in so it becomes second nature for you. First, you break down mineral buildup before it starts by using vinegar the right way, giving it time to actually work instead of rushing it. Then, you clean under the rim where hidden grime silently controls how clean your flush really is. After that, you adjust your water level so your bowl stays protected instead of exposed. Then you fix your toilet brush habits so you're not reintroducing bacteria every time you clean. You improve airflow in your bathroom so moisture doesn't give bacteria a place to grow. And finally, you use that simple 2-second awareness habit to stop buildup before it even begins. This isn't just a list of tips. This is a chain reaction. Each step strengthens the next, and when they all work together, the result feels almost unfair, because while everyone else is constantly scrubbing and struggling, you're barely doing anything and still getting better results. But here's the part that matters most. None of this works unless you actually try it. Not perfectly, not all at once, just start with one step. Maybe tonight you pour that vinegar and let it sit. Tomorrow you check under the rim. The next day you adjust your water level. Small actions, big difference. Because once you see that first result, that first time your toilet stays clean longer than usual, you'll be hooked. And before you know it, this becomes your new normal. Now, before you go, I want to ask you something and be honest with yourself. Which of these tips surprised you the most? Was it the hidden buildup under the rim, the bacteria on the brush, or that simple 2-second habit that almost nobody talks about? Drop your answer in the comments because I read every single one, and I want to know what changed your perspective today. And if you found even one tip in this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone who's constantly struggling with toilet stains, because trust me, once they see this, they'll never clean the same way again. Make sure you hit that like button so more people can discover these simple but powerful hacks, and subscribe for more smart, easy home tips that actually save you time and effort, because we're not just cleaning here, we're making life easier, one simple fix at a time. And remember, a clean toilet isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. I'll see you in the next one.